Hey guys, it's Aman
and Christina
from Our Rich Journey. So we get a question all the time, and it's how I should invest a certain amount of money. And it's usually $1,000. And we think that is amazing that people are asking this question. But we want to answer it a little differently because there is a very traditional way to invest $1,000. And that would be to buy a stock or a bond to invest it into the stock market. But on today's video, we are going to talk about alternative ways to invest this $1,000 that may even give you a greater return than any index fund.
So the first way to invest $1,000 is to educate yourself on investing and money. A lot of people ask us how we learned how to do real estate investments, how to invest in the stock market, and it's a lot about self-education. And so instead of actually beginning to invest in the stock market, we suggest that you use money to invest in your education to learn how to properly invest.
And you know what? It doesn't even cost $1,000 to do this because there is so much free information out there that we learned most of our information just by free resources like YouTube, like podcasts, and even free books at the library.
Now, there are some books that we really love to own though. We'll start off by checking a book out at the library, and if we really like that book, we'll go back and buy that book because we refer to it so often, especially with investment books. I think there's so much to learn from them that because we rely on them so heavily, we like to actually own the book and be able to access it whenever we need to. So you've got books that you can buy, but there's also classes at the local community college that you may be able to take on real estate or business classes, or also classes at your local university. One class that Aman actually took.
Oh yeah, I took the tiny house building class.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. But I took a class that taught you how to build a tiny house. Now taking that one class, it opened a Pandora's box of DIYing for us. Because from that class, we were able to use that information to start to renovate the homes that we were investing in.
And the second idea is to renovate an RV. Now, I just love this idea because we're really into creating things or renovating things, but I recently looked at Craigslist and I found a completely free RV. And we've done a recent video on how we renovated our kitchen for under $1,000. What I would love to do is take a free RV, completely gut it and renovate it and make this beautiful Airbnb experience. And I think that's an idea that you could do if you had $1,000. It definitely wouldn't even cost $1,000 if you find a free RV, but it's a great way to create a side hustle and create money at the same time.
Yeah, so people have actually built tiny homes for less than $1,000 by using reclaimed wood, by getting things for free. There's a lot that you can do with $1,000. But what we're talking about is being creative and creating something like an Airbnb experience with that $1,000 is something that is also possible. And number 3 is start a business. Now, this YouTube channel has become kind of a business for us. We actually do this as a hobby, and it cost us less than $1,000 to do this whole little setup. If you saw what we had going on here, you'd be like, I know y'all didn't pay $1,000 for that. But you could do something like this. You could buy a camera if you already have a laptop, but that $1,000, use it to create something that will create more money for you. And starting a business, a very small business, based off of your passion is something that you can do with that $1,000.
So of course there's not just YouTube, there's all different businesses that you can start. You can start an Etsy business, you can start a website, you can buy materials and start designing things and selling them in the local markets or farmers markets. There's all different things that you can do, but really the idea is to use the money to invest in yourself, to pursue a certain passion that you want and generate a side income in the process. So number 4 is focusing on your health by hiring a personal trainer and or a dietitian. I think personal health gets overlooked quite a bit, but if you're in pursuit of financial independence, that's something you really want to focus on. The idea is that you reach financial independence and you can retire early, but you really need to focus on your health so you can enjoy that early retirement.
Yeah, what's really powerful about this is that initial investment of $1,000 in a personal trainer or a dietitian, that will benefit you for the rest of your life. And it may benefit the people around you as well. So I think that is a great investment.
And number 5 is to use money to create a garden and or a chicken coop. Now, I know this may sound completely crazy, but we lived in Oakland in the heart of the city, and we created a garden and we created a chicken coop. And the reason why I suggest this is I really loved what we did. We learned how to build things in the process, but at the same time, we were creating sustainable food where we could get chicken eggs or we could get fruits and vegetables from our backyard. It was organic and super healthy. And if you really want to take this to the next level, you can start growing fruits and vegetables and chicken eggs and sell them at your local farmer's market and create a side hustle from that.
Yeah, this can really go a lot further than you think. I mean, we talked about expanding our backyard and really starting to do the type of homestead stuff that really gets us excited. And number 6, this one is probably near and dear to us the most. But it is take that $1,000 and invest it in your children. And when we say invest it in your children, we mean set up a 529 or a custodial account for your kids, but show them how you're doing this. Show them the process of investing by setting up these accounts with them.
So in this way, you're creating this financial independence at the second generation level. And not only that, but you're teaching your children how to manage their money. You're not simply handing money over to them, but you're teaching them how to invest money, how to monitor the money, and what they really need to do in order to grow their money.
So we did this exact same thing with Sanoa and Malia. When we set up their initial custodial accounts, they came along with us for the ride. They knew exactly why we were doing this and what it really all meant. Because eventually all this money will be theirs one day and they will be stewards of this money. And it's one thing just to give them that money, but for them to also be contributing to it, to be learning the process, it sets them up for a future that is very bright. So these are the 6 ways that we recommend investing $1,000. Of course, you should open a Roth IRA, or maybe you should do the traditional investing in stocks and bonds, but think outside the box. You have $1,000, and if you really want to invest it, maybe you can make it into something bigger and better than a stock or a bond. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.